Welcome to this lecture series in Chemical Reaction Engineering 1. We'll continue with the further topics in non-ideal reactors. So, conversion in non-ideal flow reactors. So, to evaluate reactor behavior in general, we have to know these four factors. Kinetics of the reaction, it's necessary, whether you go for ideal reactors or non-ideal reactors. Then for non-ideal, we want this additional information on residence time distribution of the fluid in the reactor. Then earliness or lateness of mixing in the reactor, and whether the fluid is macro fluid or micro fluid. So this earliness or lateness of mixing of fluid, whether the fluid is micro or macro fluid. So for micro fluids in plug flow or mixed flow, we have developed the equations for in earlier chapters. That is, microfluids behavior is almost similar to plug flow conditions. But if fluid is macro fluid, then one additional thing in addition to this residence time distribution, lateness and earliness of mixing, we have to consider this as macro fluid, and then we will see how to deal with this. So in ideal reactors, we have seen that we need kinetics of the reaction as important factor, and for various flow reactors we have seen the design. So non-ideality is introduced. First is residence time distribution, that is space-time tau is not same for all the fluid elements entering and leaving the liquid. Some will leave early, some will leave late. So some will spend time less than space-time, and some will spend time equal to space-time, and some will spend time greater than space-time. And there will be whole distribution of these things. Then earliness or lateness of mixing, this is another non-ideality. And fluid, whether if it is macro fluid, that is another non-ideality. So we have to take into account while modeling or finding out the conversions for the reaction carried out in non-ideal flow reactors. To consider early or late mixing of a microfluid, so consider two flow pattern, earliness or lateness of mixing. So here you can see plug flow is placed first, then mix flow. Here mix flow is first, then plug flow. So this shows the latest mixing and this is earliest mixing. So this is lateness of mixing and earliness of mixing equivalence. So this figure A, the reactant starts at high concentration and reacts away rapidly for n greater than 1. We are considering rates n greater than 1. The fluid part B here, mix flow first. Fluid drops immediately to low concentration. Since the rate of reaction drops more rapidly than does the concentration, you will end up with lower conversion here. So for microfluids, late mixing favors n greater than 1. So first late mixing is better, that is plug flow condition. You place plug flow first and then mix flow. So lateness of mixing is favorable for n greater than 1, and for n less than 1 early mixing favors, so you will put mix flow first. For macro fluids, imagine little clumps of the fluid staying for different lengths of time in the reactor given by the excitation distribution function. So instead of the movement as an individual molecules, it is flowing in clumps or groups. So that is macro fluid. Each clump reacts as a little batch reactor. So in all these number of clumps behaves as a small batch reactor. Thus the fluid elements will have different compositions with respect to time. So mean composition of the exit stream will have to account for two factors. One is kinetics and another is residence time distribution. So mean concentration of the reactant at exit stream. Mean concentration. It is summation of all the elements of the exit stream, and here concentration of reactant remaining in an element between age t and t plus dt. So between this, in this small element dt, between t and t plus delta dt or delta t, and multiplied by the fraction of exit stream which is of age between t and t plus dt. So this fraction in this element of volume. So this we have to sum up all these products for dt. So all delta t's we have to consider between the limit 0 to infinity. So this is Ca average by Ca0 at exit. You can write C bar at exit also, but C bar by Ca0 we prefer. Most of the treatments we have seen that Ca by Ca0, Cr by Ca0, Cs by Ca0 and so on. So this gives us at exit average. So mean concentration of reactant in the exit stream, that is equal to this Ca by Ca0 is for element of age t, between t and dt, that small element dt, Ca by Ca0 multiplied by exit age distribution into dt. So concentration of the reactant remaining in an element between this and the fraction of exit stream which is between age between t and t plus dt, that is our exit age distribution E. So this way we can find out the mean. So mean is summation of all delta t elements, and that can be considered as an integral into e dt. Similarly, in terms of conversion, it can be written as xa bar is equal to 0 to infinity xa within the element multiplied by e dt. So all the elements you are considering and multiplying by this exit age distribution. Also you can write this Ca bar by Ca0 as Ca bar by Ca0 of the element delta t multiplied delta t into E is there, and this is for all intervals, all age intervals. So if you have a data for small delta t, small intervals, then this value and this integral should match. Okay. Now we know from the chapter 3 interpretation of batch reactor data. So for first order reaction, Ca by Ca0 of the element e raised to minus kT. This is for batch reactor, and each element is assumed to behave as a batch reactor itself. So there are n number of batch reactors operating, you can say, in a complete reaction mass. So each clump or each group of these molecules is considered to be a small batch reactor. So for batch reactor we have these equations: Ca by Ca0 of the element, that means a small batch reactor, e raised to minus kT. Ca by Ca0 of the element, for second order reaction you have 1 by 1 plus k Ca0t, this we know, and for nth order you can write as 1 plus n minus 1 into Ca0 raised to n minus 1 into kT raised to 1 by 1 minus n. Okay, so this we can use in our problem solving. So for first order this directly, for second order this we can use directly, and if some n order 0.5, 1.5 like that is there, then for that either you integrate or you use this form, same thing. These terms are to be introduced into the performance equation. Further, in this chapter we'll show that for first order reactions, the macro fluid equation is identical to a batch or to a microfluid equation for first order cases. Now we will define a mathematical function called Dirac delta function. This you also come across in process control. This is one E curve which may puzzle us, is one which represents plug flow. So we call this Dirac delta function, and in symbols it is shown as del t minus t0, where this is t0, very small value here, t0. This is tending to infinity, infinite height, and width, this is very small, tending to 0, and this area is unity 1. So this del t minus t0 is Dirac delta function, which is the exit-edge distribution function for plug flow. The two properties of this function, so this is mathematics also you must have studied. Area under the curve will be 0 to infinity del t minus t0 of dt is 1. Okay, for this function 0 to infinity del t minus t0, which is Dirac delta function, dt, if you integrate this between 0 to infinity, this value is 1. Any integration with this delta function, that means if you have del t minus t0 into some function f of t, okay, so then this integral is simple, solution is only f of t0. So any function you have, that you convert f of t into f of t0, and that is your solution. Okay, so integration is easy and direct for this delta function. For example, you see this 0 to infinity t minus 5 into t raised to 6. So this 5 is t0. Okay, our function is t raised to 6. So this t will be replaced by t0, that is 5. So solution is simply 5 raised to 6, like that. So between 0 to 3 this function is 0. We are not interested in this. This is the definition. Any function for that matter, you just write that function instead of f of t, which is original function, you write it as f of t0, and that is your solution for integration with Dirac delta function. Now we'll come to the exercises and problem solving. A pulse input to a vessel gives the results as shown in figure. So C pulse in moles per liter, this is time in minute. So this is 5 and here it is 0.05. Check with the material balance with the tracer curve to see whether the results are consistent, and if the results are consistent, determine T, V and sketch E curve. So this is M is given, pulse input 1 mole and volumetric rate is 4 liters per minute. So from the graph, what will be the area under the curve? Simply 5 multiplied by 0.05, that is 0.25, and it represents this C pulse multiplied by time. So units will be moles minute per liter, C pulse into T. So units will be this multiplied by this, moles minute per liter, 0.25. This is from the C curve. Now from the material balance, what is material balance equation? M by small v, that is 1 by 4 is 0.25 moles minute per liter. So both from the material balance and from the C curve, the results are matching. So the results are consistent, and if consistent, we have to determine this. Okay. E will be given by C for pulse divided by M by V. Okay, so it will be divided by 1 by 4 means multiplied by 4. 4 into pulse. E will be given by 4 into pulse simply. So this is from 1 to 5 at t is equal to 0. C pulse is 0, so 4 into 0, E will be 0. At t is equal to 5, this value, C pulse is 0.05, so E will be 4 multiplied by 0.05, that is 2. So it will be here. So E curve will be this. Okay. So this area under the curve represents E curve. And by definition, this area under the curve for E curve is normalized distribution, so it should be 1. So here it is rectangle because your C curve is also rectangular curve. In practice, it will not be so. It will be slowly increasing, then maxima and then minimize. But for this curve, C curve, this is translated into E. So area, you can see 0.2 multiplied by 5 will be 1. Okay. Now we have to find out V, and to find out V, we should know this T bar value, mean value, or average value, you can say. So T bar, we know it is T into CDT by CDT, which is nothing but TI CI into delta TI by CI delta TI. If this delta TI is same, the interval is same, then this will cancel out and it will be simply sigma TI CI by CI. So here, what is given from 0 to 5, this C pulse is from 0 to 0.05. So I have created this data. Okay. At time t is equal to 0, C pulse is 0.05. And you can see at all values of time, any value of time, this is constant 0.05. So same thing I have written. So for, and I have taken this fixed interval of 0.5. So this delta ti numerator and denominator will cancel out. So I have to bother about simply sigma ti ci, and I have to divide this by sigma ci. So this is constant, same ti ci. So this C for pulse, and this sigma ti ci comes out to be 1.375. This sigma is 0.55, and this divided by this is 2.5. Okay. So T bar, so this time averaged mean is 2.5 minutes. So if this is 2.5 minutes, so T bar multiplied by V, 2.5 multiplied by V is 4. So volume is 10 liter. Next problem. Repeat 11.1 with only one change, that now the tracer figure looks like this. This is 0.05 and this is 6. Okay. So this C pulse into T is now 0.3, and from mass balance it is 0.25. So this should be exactly same. They are not, so our results are not consistent. 11.3. A pulse input to a vessel gives the results as shown in this figure. Now you can see here this pulse input, this is increasing, reaches this value, and this is decreasing. And instead of some kind of curve, this is represented as a straight line here and straight line here sharp. So you have two triangles basically. Are these results consistent? Check with the material balance. If results are consistent, determine the amount of pressure introduced, M, and also E curve. So small v is 4, volume is 60. Okay. So volume by volumetric rate will be the value of T bar, and that is 15 seconds. From the graph, these two areas we have to find out. Now this is 16 to 19, so base is 3 into height. Height, this is not given, but at 9 we consider this C pulse at 19 second is some constant C. So this will be half base, means 3 by 2 into C. Here it is 19 to 25. So 25 minus 9 is 6. Half base is 6 by 2 into C, into height of the triangle. So this comes out to be 4.5 times C. So if you know this value of C, just multiply by this value and we get the area. Now we have to check first whether the results are consistent, then only we will be able to find out remaining things. So this data I have taken as 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and so on. And C values you can easily find out. So plot this and for 17, 18, 19 mark the values and write down. So these values are written here. So TICI in this column, this is summed up as 900, this is summed up at 45. So T bar value is 20. From the data it is V by V, 60 by 4, that is 15 seconds. So results are not consistent, so we don't have to bother about the next part. 11.4 step experiment now. C step is made on a reactor. Results are shown in the figure. So these are the results shown. So this is from 0 to 1 and this is the output curve. Okay, then up to 3 time t is equal to 3 and then it remains constant. So this is exactly, this is the curve for the step experiment, actual curve. These are the output readings. Okay, so this is constant and first it is almost 0 and then so it is consider this, instead of this increasing slowly it has been reduced to this value almost constant. Consider then this jump, this one and then again constant. So similar to this. So this area is similar to this figure. So this area we have to find out for our analysis. Volume is not known. Small v volumetric rate is 4 liters per minute and m dot here is 0.5 moles per minute. So here we will tabulate the data from the figure, that is t is equal to 0, 1, 2 and 3, these values from this figure. At t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 1, this C step value is 0. At t is equal to 3, this value is calculated from m dot by v and that comes out to be 0.125. So between 2 and 3, this value as per the geometry, this will be at the center. This will be divided by 2, center of this. So it is 0.0625. So this is the plot. Now we are interested in this area, equivalent is this area. That means in this plot we want this area. So this area is area of this rectangle and area of this triangle. So let us say this A1 and this A2. These two areas we have to add. So area of the rectangle is simply, this is 0.125 into 1. Area of the triangle is, base is, this is 2, half base is 1 and this height is 0.125. So it is 0.25 simply. Area is 0.25. Now what is this area? This area is nothing but integral t DC step. Okay. Now our y is this t and x is this integral y dx. Between 0 to 0.125, and that we have determined 0.25. Okay. So it will have limit units of moles per liter into this time unit, that is minutes. T bar is equal to 1 by C max into integral 0 to C max T d step. So this is in the numerator 0.25. C max is 0.125. So 0.25 by 0.125 is 2 minutes. So T bar here is 2 minutes. Volume T bar into V, that will be 8 liters. C max into T bar is m dot V by V square. So you have to check these two now, and this should match. If they are matching, then results are consistent. So if you calculate this, you will find that the results are consistent. Now F is 0 to infinity e dt, and E will be d dt of F. So this is the E is derivative of F, and F is integral of E. So these values again reproduced from the previous table. F is V by m dot into C step. So you calculate this value. Okay. So here this is F curve. So this is 0 here, 0 here. Then at t is equal to 0, F is 0, at t is equal to 1, F is 0, at t is equal to 2, it is 0.5, and at t is equal to 3, it is 1. So at t is equal to 2, this is 0.5, and at t is equal to 3, this is 1. So this is F curve. And corresponding values for E curve. So this is 0, this is 0. Then we have the next value. For t is equal to 1, this value is 0.5. T is equal to 1, this value is 0.5. T is equal to 2 also, the value is 0.5, and at t is equal to 3, this comes out to be 0.33. Okay. So you can find out and calculate these values, and this shows us the plot F and E curve. The similar plot we have already discussed when we discussed the theory part of it. This plot. So okay, so that I have drawn in the similar manner. So refer to this and how you can draw from this F curve, how to draw E curve. Next is 11.5. A batch of radioactive material is dumped into Columbia River at Bonneville Dam, about 400 km downstream. The flowing waters of 6,000 meter cube per second, very high flow rate, are monitored for a particular radioisotope for which half-life is more than 10 years, and the data figures are obtained as below. So concentration in terms of units of radioactivity per meter cube, and this time is in days. How many units of this tracer were introduced into the river? What is the volume of Columbia River waters between the dam and the point of introduction of the tracer? So this is obtained. Again we have these two triangles here. This is 35 to 20. So this base for this is 15. And this is 35 to 125 means this base is 90. Okay. So we have again constructed this. This maximum value of C is 10 raised to minus 6. So this is 10 raised to minus 6. So this is our triangle. This is 20 to 35 and 35 to 125. So area under the curve once again. So this is base is 15, 15 by 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. This base is 90, 90 by 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. So this comes out to be area is 52 into 10 raised to minus 6. T bar, this Ci into delta Ti. So Ci delta Ti you can find out, Ti Ci delta Ti you can find out, and this will give you 61.1 is the value of T bar that we have found out. Okay. So this is same as we have done earlier also. Area is 52.5 into 10 raised to minus 6. This is in days, and this radioactive element concentration some units by meter cube. Units may be anything. So this 52.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 is this value. Okay. Units per meter cube multiplied by days. Small v is 6000 meter cube per second. So this is in day. So seconds multiplied by 60 multiplied by 60, that is 3600. This is hours, and 24 hours in a day. Okay. So meter cube per second we have converted into meter cube per day. So this day cancels out, meter cube will cancels out, and this is only units whatever the concentration per meter cube. So this unit 27216 units. So this is M tracer introduced. How many units of tracer were introduced? Part B is volume of Columbia River between the point of tracer and the dam. So it is simply T bar into V. What is T bar? 61.1 days. Small v is 6000 multiplied by 3600 multiplied by 24. That is meter cube per day. So in meter cube, volume of Columbia River between the point of tracer and the dam is 3.167 into 10 raised to 10 meter cube. So this is very high value, and naturally it's a big river, so the volume will be represented by a large value. 11.6. A pipeline 10 centimeter ID and 19.1 meter longs simultaneously transport the gas and liquid from here to there in between 2 points. The volumetric flow rate of the gas is 60,000 centimeter cube per second, and that of liquid is 300 centimeter cube per second. These are the volumetric flow rates standard. Pulse tracer test on the fluids flowing through the pipe give the results as shown in this figure. So for gas, this is the result, this is mean 2. For liquid, this is the result, and this is the mean time, that is 100. What fraction of the pipe is occupied by the gas and what by the liquid? So volume of the reactor, pi by 4 d square L, that is, substitute those values, it comes out to be 0.15 meter cube. Volume of the gas will be given by tau into volumetric rate. So this tau mean time is 2 and this is 60,000 centimeter cube per second. So everything we have found out in this is volume is in meter cube. We can work in centimeter cube also. Anyway, we have to find out fraction. We will end up with the same results. So 2 into 0.06. This converted to centimeter cube per second is converted to meter cube per second. So this is 0.12 meter cube. For liquid, same thing. The tau mean time is 100 and that again is converted to meter cube. So 0.03 meter cube. Total volume is 15. So fraction occupied by the gas will be 0.12 multiplied by 0.15, that is 0.8, and this is 0.2. So 20% occupied by the liquid and 80% occupied by the gas. So from these two problems, what we understand, that here you can see it has nothing to do with reaction in the reactor or reaction engineering. With the help of tracer, the large possible volume of the river can be measured. Then this, if the tracer studies are done, gas and liquid is flowing through the pipe being transported simultaneously, then what fraction of that will be occupied by the gas, by the liquid. So there are more applications of the incidence time distribution studies.